As we gather with loved ones this holiday season, let's not forget the furry family members who fill our lives with unconditional love and joy. Keeping our pets safe during the festivities takes a little extra care, but it's priority.
And today, joining us with some important pet safety tips is Valentina Costa from Best Friends Animal Society. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us today.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
So let's talk about some of the most common things that we think of around holiday time are food, and let's just talk about the ones that should be that we should avoid giving to our pets.
Yeah,
what don't you like?
Definitely around the holiday season, the biggest ones are going to be onions and chocolate, especially dark chocolate. Are the ones we really want to avoid our pups getting a hold of.
I think that's kind of like people kind of have a general knowledge that they shouldn't give those to pets, but we can't always help the pets from getting into those things, right? Like a table's left unattended, and I mean, this has happened to us, as you can tell. Like, the dog jumps up and eats something off of the table. Anything that we should do right away if that happens?
I recommend, like, if you're cooking and you have to step away for a minute, either put it back in the fridge or have somebody just watch the food while you're stepping away, because as we know, our pups get a little curious, especially smelling the good food that's around. So just better to take extra precautions to keep them safe.
Another big food item too, especially when we're talking about hors d'oeuvres, grapes. So grapes and chocolate, because people use them in spreads and they put them out there. Onions, nobody's biting into a raw onion. So those are things to keep in mind too. Don't forget grapes and raisins, those sorts of things. Talk to us about poultry. Oftentimes, families want to share with their dogs what it is we're eating, and sometimes it's that meat that can have bones inside the meat.
Yeah, the poultry bones in specific, more so than other animal bones, they splinter a lot whenever the pets swallow them, and that can cause for them to then penetrate into the intestines and things like that, and that causes a lot of medical issues and emergency visits that we really want to avoid.
That will cost you a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah, and so also during the holiday season, we know that shelters can sometimes be overcrowded. What advice do you have for people about helping to just relieve the overcrowding during the holiday times?
Yeah, fostering is a really important way to support the shelters during this holiday season. Adopting is definitely another really good way. It just gives the animals a break, at least during the higher influx of pets coming in through the holiday season, and they would love a little vacation as well from the shelter during the holidays, just like we would. So it definitely gives them a good break.
It's also an opportunity for us to learn a little more about those pets, right? How they do in those types of environments, and so it gives us a little more information to adopt them out. Tell us about this little girl.
Yeah, so this is Miss Allie. She's currently about 9 to 10 months old. She loves everyone she meets, as you can see. She wants to be everybody's
Look at
friend.
that face.
Can I go home with you?
She does great with other dogs, great with kids. She's a very smart girl. She listens pretty well. And she just, she's a love bug.
Oh my
and she's
goodness.
looking for her.
For people interested in adopting her, fostering her, how can they go about doing so?
They can find her on bestfriends.org/Houston, and then we are also having an adoption event this Saturday at our center in the Heights area from 2 to 6 p.m. So we'll have Allie there along with other pups looking for their loving families.
Oh my goodness. Get out there.
Were there any other safety tips that you had planned to talk to people about before we let you go?
Another thing I was just going to say, as far as when you're discarding of the food that you're cooking with, since that also has bone remnants and that onion, chocolate, grapes and stuff that we talked about, I always like to just put it in a grocery bag and just get it right out to the big trash can wherever you have it, instead of leaving it in the house, because I know pups will go digging through the trash can, and that's just an extra step to take to
we're looking
keep
at you,
it out of their hands.
She does.
Oh, poor Comet.
She will go through your trash. She is not ladylike like that. All right, Valentina Costa from Best Friends Animal Society, we do appreciate you coming in and bringing Allie. She's a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart. Okay, thank you so much.
A local